video, I'm going to show you how to use PhotoStory. I really like using PhotoStory to make presentations because it's quick and easy, and what you end up with looks really good. When you open PhotoStory, you're going to get a screen that looks like this. We're going to begin with the top button, Begin a New Story. So we'll click Next. This is where you import pictures. Click on the button that says Import, and then you're going to find your pictures wherever they're saved on your computer. I've gone to the folder where I have some pictures saved. I'm going to click on them to add them to my PhotoStory project. Right now I have 4 photos in my project. I can add more if I want to, but this is what I'm going to use for demonstration. Now I'm going to click Next. One thing that's nice about PhotoStory is you do each step one at a time. If I want to rearrange the pictures, I can. I just click on them and move them. On this screen, I can add text to my picture. As I type it, it centers it in black, but I can change that. The black doesn't look very good here. I can change the color. I can change the font size. I'm going to try a white text and see how that looks on this picture. And I don't really want it across my face, so I'm going to use this to move it to the bottom of the screen, or I can move it up to the top. I like it at the bottom better. I can add text to each picture just by clicking on it. And again, I can play with my text colors and where I place them. If I find a color doesn't look very good, I can play around and try changing it. I can do that as many times as I need to. When I have text on all of my pictures, I'm going to click Next. This is where you make a recording of your voice. If you want to type notes to help you remember, you can. Usually I don't, but you're going to click on the Record button, and then whatever you say, it will record. Just as we did with the text and with moving the pictures, each time you click on a picture, the recording that you make will go with that specific picture. The next step is to add music. You can select music if you've got it saved somewhere, but it's a lot easier and you avoid copyright issues if you create music right in PhotoStory. When I click on Create Music, I can choose from different genres, classical, country, dance, and so on. I'm going to choose jazz. I can choose the style. Do I want big band jazz, boogie? I'm going to go with cool jazz. And then I can choose what instruments I want. I want to choose vibraphone and organ. And I want my mood, I think I'll leave it at upbeat. I can click on the play button to see if I like the sound of the music. If I'm happy with the way the music sounds, I can click OK. You can see on my screen now, I've got my pictures here, and because I was clicked on the first picture when I added the music, it starts at that first picture and goes to the end. My next step is the one that's a little bit tricky because you have to save it twice. My first step is to save project. I'm going to save it as a PhotoStory project so that later I can go back and change it if I want to. Next, you're going to save it as a movie file, and it takes a couple minutes for this to go through the whole process. You're going to choose Save for Playback on your computer and click Browse for where you want to save it. You can save it in your Google Drive. I'm just going to save mine on the desktop for now. You can see down here, it's going to be a .wmv or a Windows Media video file. That's what I want. That's going to be a movie file. So I'm going to click Save. I'm not quite done yet. I have to click Next. And this is where it's going to build it. Okay, and now I have choices right away. I can view my story and play the whole thing, or I can exit if I'm done with it. I saved my photo story on my desktop, and you can see here it looks like a film strip. That tells me that this is the movie file. This is what I'm going to turn into Canvas.